A year ago, I made a video about how I got tattooed, pretty big tattoo, and now the next day I just felt exhausted. And I wondered if the two were related. To be honest, I've thought about this. This person said, might need to research tattoo ink long-term effects. Those of you who followed me know I'm a huge tattoo enthusiast. Or I should say body modification enthusiast, whatever. And here I am on all my platforms spouting about microplastics and toxins in your cereal, going off about all these things that are bad for you, and here I am getting all this ink pumped into my skin. So, what's the deal, right? I've learned a lot in the last 5-6 years. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the things that I thought were true, like sun, for example. I thought that sun was bad, that sun exposure led to cancer. And I learned that there's so much more to it. I learned that if hospitals would just take patients and put them out in the sun once a day for maybe 10-15 minutes, that their health would improve. I've learned that, again, things put in suntan lotion, sun protectant, have probably more toxins in them, more dangerous to our bodies than just the sun itself. I guess we all gotta have our vices, right? I don't worry about the ink that's in my skin causing problems. Maybe that's just me being ignorant about possible problems with ink. But I've also learned that there's certain types of tattooing that have been used for health problems that actually change color if you have like certain, blood cell, whatever. I can't remember all of it exactly. But they're doing a lot of amazing things research-wise. Like they did with piercings, that certain piercings can help with migraines or other problems. And I don't think this person, left that comment to be, spiteful or anything like that. I think that they were just kind of like throwing that out there just because I felt so drained after, getting this huge tattoo, and I wondered if it was, just my body, that was a lot. Now, I do know that when I was doing the branding, the strike branding, that if I had a new brand, I wasn't going to be getting tattooed. I actually had to leave a tattoo appointment one time. He's like, did you just recently brand yourself? I was like, yeah. He's like, no, we're not doing this because it was too much for the body to heal. The body can only heal itself so much, and therefore that's when infection happens. So I've learned a lot. I guess we just got to pick and choose what matters and pick and choose what we're willing to sacrifice for. And my body art is something that has brought me so much joy and so much, individuality, pleasure. It's never been a regret. And if it does cause cancer or whatever, I'm okay with it because I made my decision to do it. And I'm not going to live my life worried about it living that way. And a lot of people would say, well, that's the same thing that they feel with, eating fast food or junk food. And I guess it just depends on how much you want to consume. But if you're on any medications because of what you're feeding your body, I'm not on medication for tattoos. I'm not on medication because of how, I feed myself. Or, anyways. But it was an interesting question and one that I thought about making a video about, and there's my opportunity.